Hi guys! Welcome to Occultists Anonymous Songbird. Chris is off at a wedding. Not his wedding, he already did that. Yeah, he's just ran off on us. So it's us without Songbird. Which of course means no Banner Warden. So time to do some crazy, silly shit, right? No, actually, Songbird is doing that.
He's doing the dumbest thing.
Ooh, he is doing the dumb stuff. Yeah. So anyways.
He never gets to say we have bad ideas ever again.
No, I mean... Let's be honest, it's a very, very good idea. It's just super risky, and boy, is he going to have a terrible time when he comes back. I'm looking forward to chatting with him this next week and figuring out some stuff about that. So, hi guys. Also, Occultists Anonymous is sponsored by Roll20, The Onyx Path, and viewers like you. Thank you guys for your support. It really does mean a lot to us. It's kind of cool and kind of stunning, and we appreciate it because it's a cool way for you to appreciate us. And no, you don't have to pledge for us to know that you support us. We love every one of you who follows, who subscribes, who's on our Discord, hanging out and chatting and sharing your own adventures, even if you're coming in at episode 19 and saying that, oh, by the way, my name is also Michael. And therefore, right now, they have no idea about what Michael is, but when they get to this episode, they're going to find out. So, speaking of Michaels.
So many Michaels.
Gosh. So, yes, special thank you to our patrons, Adam, Elaine, Alan, Michael, Alexander, Badur, Bernie, Brandon, Danny, Doc, Emil, Giovanni, James, Josh, Catfeathers, Melissa, Michael, Moku, Noba, Other Michael, Perry, Puppeteer, Ryu, Roy Visgrad, Ryan, Schmitty, Cinna, and Thomas. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for supporting us. And if you want to support us too, you can go by staylucky.club and join us there. It's also a good place to just follow. I think I might chat with Songbird and we might write up a little like what happened. Or maybe we'll just leave it mysterious and he can just let stuff out during the next episode or something. I don't know. We're going to figure that out. But in the meantime, when we last left the Cabal, we literally left the Cabal with Songbird walking arm in arm with our Nosferatu friend Tasos, a member of the Order Dracul, and Songbird basically made a deal, an oath, in fact, thanks to Wyrd, that said, I am yours to dissect and torture so long as you do not kill me. And for that, you will give me all the information you know about the current vampire layout and social structure and who's who in where. And and both Atratus and Wyrd said, hang on, no more shit ever again for bad ideas. I think we've covered that. And that is where we pick up with you guys. So it is early in the evening. It's like 6 or 7. Songbird has gone off, and you guys are sitting there kind of in the park at a little picnic bench kind of thing.
That was such a dumb idea.
I was just going to talk to him. But, sure, whatever, this works, I guess.
He probably would have shared it without this. But
that's what I thought, yeah, but whatever.
Well, you guys do know, especially, Vampire Society is very hush-hush about letting too much get out to, mortals. Even if you guys are mages, to them, you're still edible.
Well,
sure.
Yeah.
But Atratus is a necromancer.
I wasn't looking for, really just getting, a general lay of the land would have been good, but...
Oh, yeah, and that's true. That you probably could have gotten, but Songbird needs details. So
right, because he's trying to get on the murder
trying
team.
to get on a hit squad or something like that, yes.
So just let me run something past you. This seems uncharacteristic for Songbird. This isn't a hasty Songbird. This is planned Songbird.
That's true.
I would expect Songbird to do this off the top of off his cuff, not that he would come up with this plan
ahead of time. Yeah,
set up everything in advance. I think there's some reason he's particularly motivated for this, right? He talked a little bit about other stuff going on that he couldn't tell us.
Yeah.
But it's got to be big if he's willing to do this. Or maybe he just thinks he's indestructible.
I mean, with the right spells, he's pretty tough. So I'm not worried about him getting out of this alive. I just okay.
No, I think I'm worried about he's going to need a lot of aftercare. For sure.
Also, what are the long-term ramifications of whatever information the vampire is going to glean from all this?
Yes.
Are we going to give vampire a taste for mage blood, and then are we going to have to deal with that?
Yeah, if we might be making a monster, right?
We'll see.
I appreciate that. It's like Songbird is too busy to think about the repercussion of his actions. We're going to sit down. Let's make a quick list.
Yeah.
And a couple things that we need to come up with.
And I realize how strange it is for me to be saying that. Yeah.
Well, that's a problem for future us.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, I think I want to head to the Leaf Theater for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Catch a show.
Are they still doing the same one?
Yeah, I think they're going to be doing it for a while. We had a fair bit of buzz off of opening night.
It was.
So
I enjoyed it a lot.
It's becoming a pretty hot play.
Yeah, within certain groups, but yeah.
So that you adopted some theater majors.
Yep.
Yeah, just have to make sure they don't get too big because I wouldn't want them, up on Broadway or something.
We have to stay here.
Yeah, we have to stay at the Leaf Theater. That's our home.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna head home probably.
Cool. Okay.
So yeah, you guys split up. If I remember correctly, it was a fairly short walk from where you guys had been. Yeah, Atratus heads back to the Puck building, which, hey, I can remember it today. And Wyrd makes her way back to the Leaf Theater, which is at this time of night, probably already having started the play. You have a key. You can just let yourself in and watch from the backstage for all that matters.
Yep.
And then, Atratus, did you have plans for what you were doing when you get home?
I wanted to catch up with Gabe and see how things were going with Catherine and what he was up to while we were, while he wasn't with us.
Right. Well, you were in Mexico. I think we'll do that first, and then we'll double back to Wyrd. So I can have it kind of in the back of my head. Were you planning on doing stuff during the play or once it had finished?
I needed to soak up some mana.
Oh, so you can do that while the play is going on, for all that matters. Yeah. Okay. You can go drink from your retro Coca-Cola cooler.
Yes.
Your mana sodas.
Mana sodas. I love it. When you get back to the Puck building, actually, yeah, it's not like Gabe is there. Gabe is off elsewhere. Because, at this point, he has no good way of knowing when you're back.
Yeah. How
can't you just
call a ghost?
yoink him with his anchor?
I mean, I have the spell that will let me summon ghosts, but I don't want to interrupt if he's doing things. Is there a way you can basically poke out a ghost through their anchor?
I think with 4 dots in death, you could probably do something. So we can put that as creative, as quick and dirty spellcasting. Just roll Gnosis plus death.
Gnosis and death.
Mm-hmm. And just a little, you page the ghost of your brother through the necklace that he gave you a long time ago.
Does it get yantras?
No, because the whole idea is just this is something that you throw out.
It did not work.
Yes. So which to me comes across not that the spell didn't necessarily work, but that for whatever reason You don't get an
No
immediate.
answer.
There's no reply back from Gabe, which, okay, that kind of makes sense. But it's a couple. Well, do you try again, or do you call it good for now?
I'll try again.
Sure. Yeah.
It's -1, right?
Mm-hmm.
4
Oh, there you
successes.
go. I think there's a response. There's no communication. It's not like what Wyrd and Maeve have, where there's an emotional exchange. Gabe is not your familiar.
He's not my familiar.
But yeah, there's definitely this kind of necromantic pulse that comes back through. It's basically the ping. Is like, oh, okay, I got something back this time. And it's an hour or two later, and Gabe, kind of, your peripheral beige sight tingles, at the presence of a ghost, of two ghosts.
Oh, okay. I will cast Speak with the Dead so I can chat with both of them.
Okay, and you have your Well, actually, go ahead and roll it, because I don't want to deny potential XP. I got to remember that.
Because it is Praxis. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Very easy to get them XPs.
Reach is irrelevant. I've got 4.
Yeah, and also if you're in your domain.
In my room. Yeah.
Yep. Infinite power. Itty bitty little living space.
Let's see. It's for my factor restoration, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. Roll that 12. And this is a praxis, you said, so we just need just one.
12 dice, 1 success. Oh, okay.
Yep.
And it was the first one.
It's the first die. You could have cast this monstrous levels. Okay, whatever. But yeah, you do that and then put on your beige sight, and there is Gabe and Catherine, waving, and then I feel like you jump into kind of the middle of their conversation, and Gabe basically says, "Don't worry, I'm sure she can figure out something that'll help you out, Emily." As you kind of to them, and he looks and he's like, "She doesn't have an anchor here. Can you do something?"
I cannot. That takes a little bit more training in death. So right now, what you've got is your body, and did you ever figure out what you have at your parents' place?
No, I haven't gone up that way yet.
We could go to the Athenaeum and see if a better Moros can make you one.
That is a possibility. Another thing you can do is use the Revenant spell to give her a condition, because while those conditions are running, they don't suffer.
They don't bleed essence, yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What would I give her? Where in this book are those?
258.
All of the ghosts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If this PDF will work.
Yeah, it took a minute. Image, materialize. Let's see here. I'm trying to see.
Somehow it jumped me back to 250.
Yeah, so fetter and materialized. Yeah, so you could fetter her to the room. Mm-hmm. Or if you want her to actually be able to move about and interact, you can materialize. Yeah, for you, it's functionally the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you rather be physically here or just sort of linked to the room?
the ability to sit down and touch things and feel things is kind of nice. So yeah.
Okay. I will try for that one then.
And like you look over and Gabe's got this grin. He's like, yeah, this my sister, sort of.
Yeah.
And you could do this for Gabe too with just like an additional -2.
Can
For
I not
scale.
do? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or yeah, you can do advanced. You can do the reach too.
Advanced
yeah,
scale.
because if you're in your room, right?
Also, he can just do this. He has materialize.
Right, but it costs him essence.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, because we don't care about reach. It's literally just going to be the same 12 dice.
Just the same 12, yeah.
Yep.
Like I should have just
Yeah, I didn't think about it until after the fact.
4 successes.
There you go. Yeah, so both of them materialize. And Revenant.
While the spell is running, they have that up.
Yeah, and it is a duration spell. So, yeah, actually, now that you've cast that and it's 4 dots. So, yeah, they're materialized for the next year. Or month.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, it's under your spell control, but
Yeah.
And so, like, both of them kind of literally materialize, color coming through and stuff like that. And, like, Catherine kind of touches herself, touches the wall. She's like, oh, this is much better. And thank you for inviting me, though I'm realizing now you probably weren't expecting me, and kind of gives Gabe a look, and Gabe's like, no, you're welcome. I invited you. I live here.
Yeah.
And then you guys kind of settle and actually probably leave the bedroom and go actually use the big old living room.
Now that we're...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to drop Speak with the Dead also because I don't need it anymore. Because they're here.
True. They're materialized, yep. Yeah. I greatly think that 100% that was Emily and Gabe going, so, yeah, in Twin Speak, actually, shit, I always feel like Gabe is the older brother, which he probably is how he acts, but yeah, twins, right. But yeah, sitting down, and so, how was Mexico?
It was... We found Eldorado. We ran a magical gauntlet. I helped the Minotaur.
Cool. I know we're big into minnow things.
Yeah, let's see what else. I got a diary on Atlantis, which was cool.
Alright, sure.
But yeah, also this is a literal city of gold. It was pretty sweet.
So we're rich now?
No. I can't really go back. They say, well, I might have to be able to go back. I'd have to run the gauntlet again. Also, a little bit of time. I can just, like, make gold. Can't do it yet. Should be able to at some point, so...
Okay, so we're waiting to be rich. Okay, I'm less concerned now.
Dude, we're mages. We have no concerns for such big things.
Moros literally just make money. Yep. So,
it's definitely one of the reasons why I want to play Moro is just because I just want things dripping in gold because I can.
Because you can, yeah.
Everything is black and gold. Sorry.
So yeah, what have y'all been up to since we've been away?
Well, Catherine is getting used to this new death thing, and Catherine, like, definitely looks less enthused than Gabe does about it, but she's like, this existence kind of sucks, but I guess with the Phantasm Society, we met up with them once. They invited me to a dinner, which has been nice. But otherwise I've been keeping my nose clean. I've just been talking to other ghosts and seeing some of their perspectives across the years. And I don't know how long I will want to put up with this, but oh my gosh, what's her name? Rebecca suggests that, there might be something considerably more than this in the future, which I'm curious about. And yeah, Gabe kind of leans over and says, yeah, going into the underworld, kicking its ass, taking names, just normal guy stuff. It's cool.
Their whole thing is, eventually once they feel they've gathered enough people and power and support here, storming the underworld and trying to carve out a part of it that they can run. So if you want to stick around,
we went.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
into the deep
the
underworld.
No. Apparently, this is the first time that the crew has really scouted out beyond what they know of around the Even Dart. Remember that bar? Yeah. So we went through and farther, and we got down to some of the one of the river cities.
What are those like?
Absolutely horrid and also super cool. It feels like that sci-fi, not sci-fi shit that you like. It's all dystopian and shit. Cyberpunk. It feels super cyberpunk. There's the haves and the have-nots, and everybody looks freaking crazy, and you have people who are trading parts of themselves to other people, and people are exchanging memories, and there are people there who definitely aren't who they used to be because they've exchanged so many memories that they're this weird amalgam. It's fucked up, but it's super cool.
Wanna go.
I mean, just come with us next time.
Yeah, yes, definitely. I want to see the river towns.
Yeah, so
I don't want to go any further, I would think.
Yeah, no, down the river Styx, and which, by the way, actually not River Styx, River Lethe, so
there's different ones, yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's so that was a lovely little, man, I felt like it was back in Boy Scouts, okay, we're going to observe the river, we are not getting into the river, we're not touching the river, we're not drinking from the river, we're moving to the town. But there's apparently, it's the River Lethe right through there, and then beyond it, beyond the town is the River Phlegeth something or other. It's on fire. So I kind of want to go see that, but that's also that one, which is mostly Gabe fumbling over, and I couldn't remember the spelling to remember the pronunciation. But yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, we went down, we met with some folks, and I guess Rebecca kind of pumped the leader for some information, and I guess Rebecca and some of them took themselves down the river, and then they came back up, which apparently is an impossibility for ghosts, but they were able to do it. I ain't asking questions. So yeah, that was some of what we did while you've been off and about. But you guys found El Dorado, so that's cool.
Yeah. Legendary City of Gold totally exists. Yeah.
And it's next to a museum of chocolate.
Yeah, also we got lots of neat chocolate. Can you eat now? Do you want to?
I'm totally going to try. And Catherine is why not? I think that's a good spot to pause for a bit.
Let's get over.
Yeah. So yeah, as Wyrd is sitting with, I imagine, your feet propped up on the desk, drinking a very, refreshing mana cola.
Practicing cross-legged, yeah.
Oh yeah, fair point.
Just hanging out in the backstage, reading, drinking one of my antique colas. How much mana can I get back?
So you've been gone for at least 2 days. So there's at least 2 points of mana stored up, and then you can do Gnosis plus Composure to recover the additional 2. Or additional 1, excuse me. There you go.
Cool.
So yeah, 3 more mana back.
That feels a little better.
Yeah, this is why you get them oblations from legacies, man.
Yes,
Woo!
I know. Especially since I've been like making it rain with mana for space.
Yep. The other reason to get a legacy.
To get your legacy.
Yeah. So yeah, and imagine, that's true. If you're sitting backstage and just kind of chilling, like as people, you have these half naked folks kind of running by as people are changing on the fly and different stuff like that. There's a couple looks from people and they recognize you, but nobody's got time to come to talk. One of the backstage stage manager prop guys, it's like, oh hey Moira, since you're here, can you hands you like a couple props to just stand there and hold for a second.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah. Because having been a stage manager and only in a high school play, sorry, are you sitting there? Here, I can make you useful.
Yeah, you have some hands that aren't currently occupied? Take this,
Hold this for me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After that, production kind of winds down. There's thunderous applause. It's probably not quite as much as that first initial ovation, but yeah, people are still definitely enjoying it. They're out for their bow, and a little while later you have people coming back and changing, and Steven comes by and sees you sitting and comes by and goes, "Hi, Moira.
Hi.
How are we doing?"
I'm doing really good.
Cool.
How are you doing, Steven?
I'm just fine, and so is Christopher. We're good. We're good. I wasn't exactly sure where to lead him to or to what, so I think I'm nudging him towards Worth Street.
That would be just fine.
Okay, good, because I'm dropping all sorts of little bits and bobs in his phone and on his laptop and filling his search history with stuff that's all subway related and abandoned stations and Worth Street. It's terrific. It's a whole lot of fun. I totally get why you do this. But
so we'll see if he shows up there. That's really good.
Yeah, that's that's a
just retconning. I wanted to set this up with Maeve.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted Maeve to be visible in my office.
Okay.
So she's manifested in my office, and then as I walk in, she's going to wait for half a second and then vanish.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. You mean,
let him see her.
So, give Steven a chance to see her and just see how he reacts.
Oh, yeah.
Call it a gentle nudge.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and he definitely sees what, especially because Maeve is totally into this because this is theatrical as hell.
Sure.
And so, he gets this, formless, wisp shape of definitely a woman, definitely a female figure floating in space, oh, sure. In a blue dress, because all of a sudden I have Syl in my head.
Sure.
And then woofed, into a ribbon and then nothing. And there's a definite.
Everything okay?
Did you just
Steven?
see something? I'm good. Did
you
you see any?
You look a little freaked out.
Not quite freaked out, just so much as curious. Did you not see that?
What did you see?
Like a little person, but not like a little person, but like a little person, like a woman in blue. You're giving me a blank face here. What?
Like a Tinkerbell or something?
Sure. Kind of. Less green, more blue, and wispy and less, cranky.
Let me know if you see her again.
Cranky, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I was jealous.
That's true.
Yes. So I just wanted to touch base and make sure things are going well with Christopher.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, I think it's going to be. We'll know if it's bad if nothing happens, right?
That's right.
Because if anything does happen, that's at least something, which is good, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So at this point, I mean, I don't know.
All right. I just want to check in and make sure that was still happening. So that's good.
I mean, you could have just like, texted or something.
Call it a personality quirk, but I'd like to hear the words.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I mean, phones work too. But I get you. I'm not picking at you. And yeah, he's like, he's still in like the lead character's, costume, and he's sprawled over like the one little like bench that you guys found because you couldn't find like actual chairs to put in your office. And he's just sitting and just kind of. This gig is kind of cool, by the way. I don't know how much you've actually like stayed around to see everything that's going on, but like we have the whole Leaf Theater, but then there's other folks who are coming by. Like I think about half that audience are other actors.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. Like everybody's all kind of connected, and I don't know. I at the end of the day, I think I blame Christopher, but I feel like he's not the only one to blame. So I'm not sure what mojo you're doing back here, because like gestures at the mostly empty office, and it's like, I don't know what you do other than drive me bonkers, but I don't know. Are you driving them all bonkers? I don't know. Whatever. It's cool. I'm on board. I'm a watcher. I'm your man, Moira. You have my axe.
Awesome. I just need you to stay curious. Those folks out there, you might find that you can lean on them if you need help with things.
Oh, yeah. Like, we've been doing that. Like, Christopher and I, like, moved into a slightly less cruddier apartment that I am no longer on a couch. I have a bedroom.
That's cool.
And yeah, we basically were just like, hey, who wants to help move? And of course, nobody wants to help move. We actually had people show up to help us move. And that's moving down four flights of a walk up and then up 3 others. And people were on board, and that includes a washing machine.
We're building something solid here, Stephen.
I mean, solid, amorphous, liquid, whatever. Like it's here, and that's cool. I dig it. I don't want it to fall apart or anything. So yeah, I'm on board. I'm, like I said, you have my axe. You get that reference, right?
I totally get that reference.
Okay, cool. Like
I'm somebody who lives for the story, Stephen.
Sure. Okay, but that was like, I thought we had a moment there, and then you kind of just let it sit, and I thought I'd flip it. Anyways,
I just let it roll around in my tongue and let me savor the taste of it. It was really brilliant. All right. Okay. Well, you go get changed and have a good night.
Cool. Thanks. And like stands up, reaches across the desk for like a handshake, and then goes and steps around
and get a hug.
Yeah. And then Bebop's back out, and Wallace, let's go get a drink. And yeah,
I love that you've given him friends.
Oh, yes. Of course.
Yeah, that's the first merit in the cult is allies.
Yep.
So he's got just people to hang around and support him now. It's really cool. Now that I'm in the office, I want to do a spell.
Sure.
I can take some time with this one, so I'll let that go. I want to do a scrying.
Sure.
On Great Aunt Kate.
Ah, yes.
I don't really need. I just need for sympathetic range.
So 2 things here.
Mm-hmm.
How much of a connection do you have to her?
She's the only figure from Wyrd's childhood that she can picture and still remember.
Okay.
The stories that Great Aunt Kate told kind of are what are driving Wyrd to find the other world. Because the heroes, Celtic heroes, and tales of their failings and victories and all that stuff had really captured her imagination when she was a child.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone else in the audience or you guys you ever have that experience where you're hearing a story or you're reading a book and it's like doors open in your mind that you never even knew were closed? Do you know what I'm talking about? You ever had that experience?
Like in terms of, I had never thought of that imagination.
It just opened up your imagination in ways that you never really could have predicted.
Oh yeah, dude, that was me with like all the old school like Greek and Norse myth. I was
Yes.
like, because for the longest time it was swords and dragons and knights, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, look at all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. For
I'm with
me,
you.
for me personally, young Craig, that was the book Ursharak. Just opened up doors in my head. Look it up; it's still available. Anyway, so that was that experience for Wyrd. When she was young, she spent a summer at Great Aunt Kate's place, and that Great Aunt Kate became like a central figure in her life. So I'm not sure what you would call that connection.
Well, because here's my question:
Sure.
A, connections degrade over time.
Mm-hmm.
But B, how much of a connection does Wyrd the Seer have? Because, childhood and, stuff like that. I'm thinking that this, considering how much time and gulf there is, this is probably degraded because at most it was probably like a medium connection. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking this may have degraded down to a weak connection.
Okay.
The second thing is that you need a sympathetic yantra to her. So what do you have that links back to Aunt Kate?
So I have the necklace that she gave me.
Cool. I dig it.
That should do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to overcome some resistance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just 2.
Yeah.
So you need a potency of 3 to actually get it through.
Right. So I don't think I need any reach really other than for sympathetic.
Just depends on how long you want the spell to last.
Yeah.
But even at your level, because you have space 3 now, so you have 18 seconds.
Yeah. I think I'm doing this right. So 3 and 3. I start with potency 1, so I'll need 2 extra potency.
Correct.
I also need increased duration. No scale. I can take my time with this one.
Mm-hmm. Spend an hour or 2 to get bonus +1s. All right.
Will that look good?
Yeah. And your yantra bonus is from what, though?
So that would be my shadow name.
Okay.
With Cabal theme.
Mm-hmm.
The necklace as a sympathetic yantra.
Mm-hmm. Which does not add a bonus.
It does not add a bonus?
Right. When you're using it for this kind of thing. Now, if Great Aunt Kate was here, then it would be a bonus.
But I will be using my mirror, so it gives me 2.
Okay. Oh, yeah, and 8 again then.
And 8 again, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's 6 minus 4 is 2 plus 6 is 8.
8 again. 1 success.
Cool. Though technically, real quick, our paradox we don't care about.
Okay.
Cool. Hang on.
And that's a mana, right?
It should actually be 2.
2 mana.
Hang on. Yeah, it is 2 mana. And then there is some paradox. I'm not going to worry about rolling your wisdom because it'll just be a bashing wound. Oh no. Actually, yeah. Roll paradox because maybe roll your wisdom because you might fail, and then we have a paradox condition. It won't affect your dice pool, though, is what I was trying to get to.
I thought I could click on my wisdom, but it's not there.
Nope.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Who do we appreciate? Wisdom. Wisdom. Yay.
Well, I can just do a spell roll with 8
Mm-hmm.
dice.
You can just slash roll 8d10.
There you go.
There you go. Cool. 1 success is all you need. All right. Fabulous. Yep. So no big deal. You get a little bruise for 15 minutes.
Sure.
Songbird has cursed her rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh yeah, one's everywhere. Cool. So yeah, you see Great Aunt Kate, who hale, hardy, old. Looks like she has is basically settling in for bed. Actually, because she's. How did you say she was? I'm gonna go over here to
She's
Conda.
like 95
She
or
was-
something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She would have probably been in her 80s when I was a kid.
Yeah. So yeah, she's pushing it. Let's see here. Where is Great Aunt Kate?
How old
There she
is
is.
your parents?
What's that?
How old are your parents? If she's your great aunt, unless she's like your mom's great aunt.
Well, she would be my grandmother's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And especially if you determine, like, you know, some of those big families.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, well, you've got her listed here as 89 now.
Yeah, as based on Wyrd's memory, that's what she might be. But
Gotcha. But yeah, she is, you know, crotchety, old, and yeah, you see her with, she's in bed. She's large, comfortable, kind of low bed, numerous blankets and pillows piled up around her. She's got two big dogs on the bed, and there is the sound of late night TV as she kind of watches, not quite judgmentally, but, you know, watches this channel, flips a couple channels, trying to find some, you know, stories or, you know, something that will entertain her, something she hasn't seen before. You know, she's been there, she's done that, you know.
Does she look like she's in the house in Salem?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I imagine Great Aunt Kate as one of those people who will die in her house. Thank you very much.
And then they'll just undermine the foundation and bury her with the house. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
That's it. I wanted to just check.
Yeah, just one of those passing moments of,
well,
I wonder.
Well, Wyrd's been thinking a lot about her lately because she's doing this quest for this other world, for the other world.
Sure.
And hasn't really found it yet, but maybe.
Maybe.
She's just been thinking
something
about
like it.
Check in.
Yeah,
yep.
Absolutely. Oh, excuse me, not dogs, cats. Sorry.
Cats.
Yes,
cats.
a large and varying number of cats. I apologize. I passed my eyes over that, and I read it as pet, which to me always translates as dogs.
Right.
But
okay.
yeah,
that's all I had, I think.
So yeah, I guess you would finish up your scry, and then anything else,
and then just head back to Wyrd Street.
Cool. Yeah, and then I think we bump back over to Atratus with, you know, Catherine and Gabe engaging in conversation back and forth, and they are actually arguing some of the tenets of the Phantasm Society and some of their beliefs and stuff like that. And Catherine she's all for, like, yeah, let's take care of ghosts and rescue them but she's like, you know, people make their own decisions. People have enough going on. Let's not get involved in their lives. Let's not try and save them. And Gabe is like, no, hang on. That's how you end up with us. You know, so back and forth of, you know, Phantasm Society kind of stuff, while I imagine Atratus is just sipping and just watching. And yeah. But anything else that night that you guys were going to chit-chat about? I know you'd want to talk to Gabe as well. So
yeah. I mean, I'd rather just do that, like, personally without Catherine there. But
yeah,
I don't want to kick her out.
Dude, like, we have control of the narrative.
Yeah.
You know, Catherine, you know, eventually kind of, you know, says her goodbyes because while this spell is cool, actually, she goes, this spell is cool. I'm going to wander the streets of New York like a real person. And, so, odd question, and I know we've met previously, but this is the first time we've really met. Can I borrow like $20 to go buy a coffee?
Sure. Because
she's like, I don't have money. I don't have
I'm going
credit.
to assume I have cash.
Oh, sure, yeah, because the resource dots is basically having like extra money to spend on wild things, but everybody is considered, unless they're being played differently, to have, you know, normal
walking around money.
Right. So she's like, thank you, I will enjoy this and this, and this is cool. And so she'll be alive.
Can we just say that yes, ghosts can like eat and drink and such?
Oh yeah, because I think that, like, that's one of the big, like, the things they cannot do, you know, normally, and so being materialized, and especially, but that's one of it costs
they can't
so
use
much
their ghost
damage.
powers,
right?
But for the duration of the spell, you're basically a person again, like a real physical person.
Actually, does materialized actually take that from you?
Does it? I thought it did.
Boop, 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 boop. Because I know...
No,
like,
just as you
Feather-
shift from Twilight into the material... Oh, wait, let me go read what the materialized condition does.
This condition protects them. Nope, they're totally good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because as I understand, materialized ghosts are the scary ones because they have all their powers and they can physically touch you, which is kind
I
of...
guess it's Image that can't do anything.
Right.
There's some
Image
things
is
that
just,
make it so they can't do things.
yeah, and well, also Fetter, you can't target anybody with your Numina other than the thing you're fettered to. So that's what you did for the park bench. You just lock them down. It's like, well, you can mess with the park bench all you want, but that's it. So yeah, she's like, I'm out of here, and I'm gonna go, enjoy the fact that I can walk and talk and be a normal person, and you know what? I might not even mind the cat calls. Nope, gonna mind the cat calls. And so yeah, she heads up, and Gabe goes, so I think I'm getting through to her.
She seems to be doing well. Gonna need to get her an anchor. If we could get whatever her parents have and have it so that she can have it around, that would work.
Yeah.
Or again, I can't do it. I might be able to call in a favor and get someone to make one. But the ones that we can make are universal anchors, so any ghost can use it.
Ooh, that could be potentially problematic, but also very useful. But yeah, I'll talk to Rebecca about it. She's been chill hanging out at the graveyard. That's where we've just been chilling, hanging out, talking with folks there.
It just seems kind of shitty you'd have to hang out at your own grave.
Well, no, it's just the Ghost Gate in Jersey.
Oh, right, any Ghost Gate does it, right?
Right.
But still, graveyards. Kinda.
Yeah. Graveyard, not great. We can hang out at the basement and the first floor of the Ebendart. But otherwise, yeah, that's it. So yeah, but I think that's one of the things that the Phantasm Society is wanting to do. I think Rebecca is trying to find a good river town to adopt.
Start making headway on.
And that way they have a base where we can bring ghosts down who want to try this and are willing to feel like it's not the draft, but we're recruiting.
Yeah.
And finding and seeing who we can gather. And I know she's apparently getting out on the internet. That's how the hunters were getting all futzy too. And so, yeah.
They haven't shown their faces, have they?
No.
Good.
Because Rebecca has said it, considering what they agreed to, that if they cause trouble, that she's going to unleash some of the grumpier ghosts on them.
Good.
Yeah. Considering how they behaved and stuff like that. So I'm glad I wasn't there. I totally would have set that place on fire. Just saying.
Honestly, they probably would have deserved it, but
probably.
We were polite and nice and let the assholes go.
Yep. Beat them over the head with kindness or whatever that is. Yeah.
There was a nice old lady, but,
Yeah, she was cool. She was chill. So I heard. As I remember that Gabe wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
So how have you been doing? You seem to be doing really well.
I feel like I'm myself more and more. As I grab hold of these things to do, I think less on the other stuff that was. And in my head, I still think I call myself Gabe, but I'm feeling more and more disparate from him. I definitely still have to fuck with people. That's I think that's just a part of me and Gabe, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But
it can be fun though.
Oh, sure. Yeah. The Phantasm Society absolutely loves my pranks. I really can mess up cars, by the way.
You mess up a lot of things.
I mess up a lot of things, probably. I'm trying to behave, and so it's just mostly flat tires and broken taillights. But yeah. But yeah.
Would I know what his Numen are?
Oh, at this point, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I'm sure it was one of those, hey, we can talk to each other. Hey, what can we each other do? Like months ago, figuring stuff out. You had that harrowing moment where it's like, oh, you can set things on fire. Okay, hang on. We now live with a fire extinguisher nearby.
Yep.
Yep.
I hope you don't get like too emotional and just sort of do that on a bad day.
Yep. Which, yeah, and he actually, like, I don't have bad days anymore. Like, mostly because I think about this life. I don't think about Gabe's life as much. Like, I have stuff to do. I work with Catherine. The Phantasm Society is absolutely awesome. I still feel like a connection with like you, because like but not in a like you're my sister way as much, just more like a friend I've known for a long time. And I kind of feel the same way like to like Rebecca and Sylvia and the rest of them. They're like people that are part of my family. So like, I don't know. I'm good though. Overall, I think. Then I start to think on things and I go, oh man, oh that's right, I'm dead, and then I get all in my head and that's just not great. But yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of. Go ahead.
Like I know you've been pretty adamant about not being Gabe. Do you want a new name?
I like Gabe.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that even if I told people to call me something else, I would still call myself Gabe in my head. So just to make it easy, because I'm a total simpleton. So yeah, let's just call me Gabe. Gabe's fine. And all of them know me as Gabe. They don't know your Gabe.
Yeah.
So, for them, for me, that's who I am, and I'm okay with it. It's kind of cool. I've actually been thinking over, what we're about to do, and it has me kind of excited. And I'll be honest, you're being kind of badass, and the fact that you could just turn me and Catherine into materialized ghosts
people
for a year.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could probably just hold on to this for about as long as you want, but that also does prevent like walking through walls. Yeah,
no, that's a cool trick, and also, I'm considerably actually, son of a bitch, I'm not slower like this. I'm just physically.
You should probably not go running.
Yeah, and like runs, flash style, through the, from the living room to the kitchen and back, and goes, oh yeah, no, I can't keep this. Because this will be bad.
In public, that caused some problems, probably.
Probably. I will have to talk to Catherine. But yeah, like, hang on to this, like, for the rest of the night. I'll go find Catherine, because...
Go out, have a nice night on the town, I guess.
Yeah, if nothing else, we'll go walk and talk and hang out, and I don't know, we'll go jump into the lake, Central Park. That sounds like a terrible idea, but at the same time, like...
Why not?
I'm so used to being not feeling anything that, like, the idea of jumping into the lake is embracing is kind of intriguing. Hi, Matt. Bye, Matt. Yeah, maybe, huh? But
yeah, I mean, what's the worst that can happen if you get arrested? Just call me. I'll drop the spell. You can leave.
Yes, you're my one call. It's terrific. Oh my gosh, yes, totally doing this. Are you good?
I'm good. Yeah.
And he's like out to go find Catherine. It's like my one call. Like call as he's like leaving the door. Hang on, your number is still blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Right.
It's like the best prank to pull. Gonna go completely troll the NYPD.
Yeah,
Get arrested just so you can spring him out of jail.
just so you can disappear in prison and they have to deal with that.
It's like, well, we lost somebody completely out of prison. Well, I guess technically jail, but yeah. Cool.
Should go away before they actually like put you in jail because you don't want to get fingerprinted as a dead guy.
Well, we'll see if Gabe figures that out. Well, I guess he probably won't get fingerprinted until he really gets processed. So if he gets his one phone call before then, he might be okay. I've never been arrested. I don't know the procedure.
Yeah. You can also just disappear from the back of the cop car and make them deal with that.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Was there anything else you were going to do tonight?
No,
weird?
I wanted to scry on the coin again.
Sure.
I think it's the same, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, technically, actually, you don't need the potency. So you can add 12. Or not add 12, but roll 12.
Roll 12.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
Hey, there you go. And another 2 mana.
Yes.
So rough. Yep.
Start that legacy.
Yes.
So yeah, you cast, and again, you don't have a great view because, like we said, it's centered on the coin, but you can kind of look around because you're no longer in a pocket. The view you have is the coin on a dresser. There's car keys, a wallet, and some other detritus sitting on a cabinet or a desk or something. You can't quite tell in a darkened room. But yeah, somebody's bedroom, somebody, holding onto this coin. But beyond that.
All right. That's fine.
Yep.
You could locate it.
Mm-hmm.
Try to find out where it is and who's got it.
I don't necessarily need to know. I'm just keeping tabs on it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I wanted to, I could reach out and snatch it.
Yeah, co-locate to it. Yep.
Or put something else there.
Really mess with somebody. Where'd my lucky coin go? And why is there this silver flower here?
Yes.
Why is this silver flower is all blue and shiny?
Yeah, but I just want to keep track of it.
Sure.
One last thing. Oh, man,
sure.
I'm just blowing through mana. I'm going to do the same thing on Steven.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Be seeing 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 success.
Cool. Yeah.
Cursed dice rolls tonight, though.
Yeah, I know. Like these are rough. All single digit successes on big old dice pools.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. Stephen and Wallace Christopher Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
What do I know the name Wallace from? Scott Pilgrim. Okay, moving on. And so yeah, they are like chilling in just kind of a very relaxed kind of lounge bar. Leather, cushion, comfy chairs, drinking, some scotch. I
approve.
And sitting and just they're chilling and talking, and like wherever they're at has a pretty good view of New York, out some windows and stuff like that, and they're just shooting the shit. Some conversation of moving in together, and that's kind of cool. And there's some joke of like, aren't we taking this a little fast moving in together? And then there's a look between the two of them, and then they kind of look away. It's like, hang on, did we? No, moving on.
Yeah. Are they just like two guys moving in together as roommates, or is there something else that seems to be developing? I'm just
right.
Just curious, asking for a friend.
That would 100% is kind of they're like, wait a second, kind of thing. But like they're not sitting side by side on a cozy couch.
Right.
But yeah, they're just like, hang on. But right. And I'm pretty sure that's when Wyrd goes, this might be awkward to listen in on. I'm out.
I want to co-locate something.
Okay. How much mana you got there, bud?
I am burning through mana like crazy, but
I mean, you can come to our Hello and chill.
Yeah.
Take a few.
I'm just checking to make sure I don't need any reach for that. No, I don't think I need any reach. Yeah. Okay, this is going to be fun. Template back up. So I don't need any reach except for instant and sensory range. And I'll use a mana to upgrade that. So I'll have one paradox because I've only got one free reach for co-location.
Co-locate, sure.
3. I don't need any potency. Don't need any duration. I don't need any scale. So call that 5. I'll use my rapier to take 2 dice.
Okay.
Paradox away. No other sources. So 11.
Cool. And because you use the rapier, that's a chance die, which on Paradox just means you don't get the cumulative amount. And so then, roll your 11.
Cool.
2 successes.
Yep.
And so, sorry, what was the subjects that you were... where were you casting this to?
I'm casting it to where they are now.
Okay.
And I might be bending things a little. I want to take my Lunargent Rose and just put it on the table.
Yeah, that's not even remotely bending. You can, because part of is literally picking stuff up and deciding that this is...
Yeah, but I don't
move the table.
I have a connection to Steve, and I don't have necessarily the room, right?
Correct, but bear in mind the base region is actually that's true if you have both. But Ooh, that's actually a good point. If you actually hang on to the scry and cast quickly, go ahead and refund yourself one mana, because you do not need to cast with Sympathetic if you have that scry window open.
Okay.
So thank you for bringing that up, Ash. Because you could cast through that, and I'm going to co-locate that space right there around that table to right here, and you go, whoop, hey, look, there's a table, whoop. And now the Lunargent, me dropping it, the Lunargent Rose is now there at the table. And so that, in your scry, you can hear and, kind of angle thing from Steven, and there's just a sudden clink, and then there's suddenly a rose there. And they're both looking around.
And I'll drop the scry.
Sure.
I'm having so much fun messing with him.
So much mana, though. But yes, learn some praxis / rotes. No joke, guys. They're only 1 XP.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's it for me today. I'm freaking tired.
Sure. So you bebop your way back to Worst Street Station.
Well, I was there doing the casting, so I'll just...
that's true. Yeah. Yep. Boom, boom. You guys pick up 1 point of willpower each because you were sleeping. You get a text somewhere in the middle of all of that from Songbird that says, "I am alive."
I knew that, but good.
Yeah.
I'll reply good.
Yep.
Good to know.
Yep. And something like, "I'm going to go sleep this off," something like that. We'll figure out exactly what he says next week, I guess. But for you guys now, plans.
That's it for the night.
Oh I was saying into the morning.
The next morning.
I was hoping to borrow Atratus for a little more research.
Sure. Do you want to come chill Hallow and try to get whatever mana is left?
Yeah,
do we keep track of how much is still there?
At this point, you guys have not pulled any mana out yet.
That's what I thought.
And since you found it was upgraded, so it is storing quite a bit. 8, 6.
What's a task look like there? I'm curious.
Yeah, do we have anything there that can that we can get mana from? Because I don't think we've set anything up, have we?
Well, no, because you guys kind of expected Songbird would be
Songbird just be able to convert it because
right.
But what does the task look like there?
Right. And it's probably going to be like, like accumulated, iron filings.
Yeah.
Because it's a workshop. But Titus has been here and has taken some time to set things up. And I suspect, because it is a big old workshop, that there's some kind of kitchen or kitchenette, a break room. So I will go so far as to say that, like, Titus has, like, set up, some, I don't know, fresh fruit, to, sit in there as snack stuff, as well as other, different foodstuffs. And yeah, until you guys get something, really engineered.
I love Titus so much. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Mana apples.
Mana apples.
Now,
awesome.
I appreciate it. Mana apples and all, but come on. Bananas.
It's right
like,
there.
how did you leave that there? But yes.
No, golden apples.
Also very good. Yes. That's very good. But yeah, so yeah, you can shout out. Oh yeah, sorry, I got sidetracked. Chapter 3, merits, Hallow, Dear Hallow, Destiny, Grimoire, Hallow. 3 times its dot rating, so there's 6. So yeah, 8 dots of mana in there, 6 of which are in the snacks.
Fruit.
Yeah, so pile up some snacks, eat them throughout the day. And then if you want to roll Gnosis plus Composure to get the other 2. Ooh. There you go. So it takes you 2 hours.
Yep.
During which I'm sure you're also eating. No,
yes.
Probably not.
But over the course of the
meditative
day,
thing. Yep. But yeah, when you actually do come by, Titus is there with his like feet up. He's got like a magazine. He's got a notebook. He's just chilling. He is on,
So I walk in, I see the fruit, and I immediately go over and I just start hugging Titus.
As he's like in the chair. It's like, hey, okay, hey, thanks. Weird, appreciate it.
Thank you for the fruit. This is awesome. You are the best.
I mean, it's been there. But yeah, sure. Absolutely.
I also want to ask him how patrols are going.
And like he's like, put the magazine down, pulls the notebook out. So far, ma'am. Yeah, so good. For the most part, I mean, we're in a fairly decent neighborhood. Cops patrol regularly. The matter senses aren't tingling off anything. I still don't have my mage goggles.
We'll see about that when Songbird gets back.
Back? Where'd he go?
He had plans.
Okay. Cool. Sure. Yeah, when he gets back, that'll be cool. But yeah, for the most part, we're in a, livable, kind of nice area. Talking with some of the other Basira members, like I know there's Sears in the area, so I've been trying to keep my eye out on.
Did they give you the locations for those?
Yeah, like the courthouse,
Supreme Court.
Yeah. Which our route kind of deviates around because but trying to keep an eye out for them and kind of just doing my thing. I also know that, and I kind of apologize if I'm kind of stepping out of my bounds here, but I chatted with Jimmy, Jimmy, and he's gonna be.
Does he have a shadow name yet?
No, not that I've last heard. And actually, hey, gang, do you have ideas for a Jimmy shadow name? Come by Discord. Let me know. I'm going to start thinking of some. Jimmy is thinking of some, but if you have ideas, jump in the chat. Twitch spoilers. Come by. Give me ideas. YouTube guys, put them in the comments. And because this shouldn't be too far out, so we might get something working, but Discord's the best way to do it. But Twitch guys, come on, help me out. And no, not Michael.
He's not an angel.
He is not an angel. We're not doing that. But Jimmy Small is the best egos. We'll think. And some of it is I've got to nail down exactly where his personality is as a Mastigos and what he's kind of, fixated on. But yeah, Titus says that Jimmy Smalls is going to, yep, there was, that took a whopping 30 seconds. Mikhail, what is this? Oh yeah, Tiresias.
Tiresias is pretty good.
Tiresias, yeah, and not Michael, no. But yeah, I've got to think about, Tiresias is who again?
Blind prophet.
Right. Which I think is probably a bit much for Jimmy. He's not
not quite a prophet.
Right. Yeah. If he came out as an acanthus, nailed it. But no, he's more of like the blind, connection maker person. So yeah. He's got to figure something out. But Titus mentions that as he's kind of finishing out his report. And then so he's gotten contact. By the way, it turns out I'm your secretary. I'm totally cool with that. Okay. But I would like that to be noted that I am apparently taking that on as my duties, because he's called me and told me to make an appointment for all you to speak with the hierarch.
He just called us. He's got my number.
I don't know. I guess okay. But yeah, regardless, I think it was more of a reminder for you guys to do it. But I know some of the hierarch's staff, so I just kind of made a call. And so how's Wednesday night work for you guys?
They're gonna try to
just like
sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And pulls his phone out.
Should get you a little nameplate for a desk.
I mean, like an official desk would actually be kind of cool, because right now that we got like workshop stuff and tables, and then like the kitchenette, and like I'm just ass in a seat. So yeah, like a desk, that'd be cool. But I'm not picky. I'm good. And like he's like actually perched on like a workshop bench next to like a bandsaw or whatever. Terribly OSHA regulations. But
what style of furniture do you like?
Do you like the old roll top banker's desk?
I will make you a desk.
Because I know what you can do, just go wild with it. Like, make it look something impossible. Like wood that looks like waves.
Okay. Sounds good.
This is the best job.
And just one more thing, like, just so we're not terribly formal around here.
No, I've noticed. You may have noticed that last time I talked about you guys hooking me up with a werewolf.
Yeah,
like we're good.
I just like, I get where you guys are coming. Ma'am stuff and just.
Did you not get the sarcastic salute? And yeah, no, I'm good. I mean, let's be honest. I can't quite tell where you are weird, like in stuff, but you're an acanthus, so. And Atratus, as far as I've got from the Mysterium, is a grad school dropout, if I remember correctly. Super nerd goth gal. Look at her, right?
I think Danger Librarian.
More of a realizing that everything you know is actually not true, and here's the actual truth. So, like, why go to school anymore?
But you dropped out. But you get my point. Giant nerd. Like I said, acanthus, and then you have Songbird, who, let's be honest, not a super nerd, also super not formal. He literally is a UFC fighter. Which, by the way, have you guys seen the YouTube clip of when he awakened? Because it's online.
No. Yeah, he showed us actually.
It's so terrific. I watch it before bed every night. Don't tell him that. Actually, he probably would laugh. I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't.
So at this point, we're kind of wanders away a bit.
Sure. Yeah, no, like a crazy, completely fantastical, and it works perfect because we're in a workshop, and like you can be like, yeah, this is the kind of stuff that we can make, and it looks so good. And like if you actually try to make this place like an actual commercial workshop,
business,
and like then and like you just magic stuff into impossible shapes, and they're like, oh my god, they're the best crafters. Sorry, running on a tangent here. But yeah, furniture would be cool. Yeah. And we cut to Wyrd, who's scrambled off camera there.
Yeah, just chewing on an apple and looking through. Just wanted to get out of the conversation, that's all.
Okay. Yeah, don't ask questions about Wyrd's background.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep chatting with him. I will. Do I have wood around?
I'm sure, like, you guys have stashed this place with, you know, because at least there's some, because, you know, I guarantee, you know, Songbird is prepping to make weapons, so he's going to have at least some to make, like, handles and stuff like that. But I know he makes other stuff, because while the Forge Masters are all about forging, literally, you know, they do other crafting too. So,
Let's see.
shades.
Casting, shaping.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
This is right.
It's not bad.
Shades plus state change as a combined spell would do everything you want to do. So it's basically that minus 2.
I need the state change? Because with the reach on shaping, you can shape solid things.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yeah, so I think you're good.
I only have 2 for reach, sorry. Because it's, a 2. It is a route. Yeah, it's one of my routes. So I forgot what that means.
You get extra reach.
Okay, so I should be fine then. Not overreaching.
Yeah, because you cast it as if you're a master, which would give you 3 reach.
So 11.
Mm-hmm.
5 successes.
There you go. You want that arcane beat, or
yes, I want the beat.
Yep. We got the beat. I'm super musical today, and I haven't even had my coffee. So yeah, you spend a little time working with some wood, and like Tasos is over your shoulder, just like watching,
it reform and grow and twist.
Yeah, especially because I imagine you tell me. When Atratus does this, is this like with her eyes closed? Is she just kind of imagining it and it forms, or does she actually kind of touch it with her hands?
She's actually like physically touching it, because the way I see it working is that like sort of reaching past the physical thing into like the supernal idea of it, and then tweaking in that to change what is physically here.
Gotcha. So like if somebody's watching, they realize that Atratus's hands are not touching anything, but is, you know, kind of almost pantomiming. I dig it. Yeah, that's
forms and twists them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. So yeah, as he watches as this desk comes to life, and notably because he's like, yeah, maybe I should have stuck it through the rest of the path and made it to the watchtower. That would have been cool. Okay.
I mean, this also does come with the death part, which was that what scared you off? Because I can see that being
the shades of death hanging. Yeah.
You can see them out in the world with Mage Sight. They follow people sometimes.
I have heard. Yep. I bailed, and they were like, oh yeah, don't worry, shades of death are chill, because if you go other places you see demons, or you say crazy biblical angels, or so
it's just a matter of what's gonna break your brain.
Yeah, but I didn't know that going in. So, yeah, it's all right. I'm happy with my lot in life. If you listen to the Silver Ladder, I'm, better than a regular sleeper at least. Those guys suck. Yeah. But that's fine. So this is cool, and then spends a couple minutes with you, moving it around around the workshop to find the right spot to put it. I think as you guys are doing that is when Jimmy arrives. Kind of makes his way in and immediately walks in. Hey, Songbird, Wyrd, Atratus, Wyrd the Seer. We just go by Wyrd.
We just go by Wyrd.
Okay.
Hi, Jimmy. How you doing?
I am doing well.
Can I give you a hug?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, I give him a hug.
So the little bit of impact and cool. By the way, I apologize previously about behavior and stuff like that, but specifically, was Toots over the line?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I figured, but I
had a curse all prepared for the next time you did it.
No, what were you gonna do? What were you gonna do?
This is good. This was gonna be great. I was gonna say that I really liked you because you understood the power of words. and how people are so suggestible, so that if I told you that I was a witch and I put a curse on you, you would know that that couldn't be true. But the back of your mind would be thinking, is she really? And then I was going to give you a headache that was going to last until you helped 3 women and did whatever they asked of you without any thought of compensation or any kind of exchange or anything. And then once you helped the 3rd person, then your headache would go away.
I would have been so fucked.
And
that would never have happened, right?
I would have said that, because I would have told you that that's what you had to do. But I also said, if that couldn't possibly happen. But if it does happen, that means it's your own mind doing it to you.
Yeah, that probably would have fucked me up. Especially if you told me what I needed to do.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I'd have told you the whole thing. And just let you stew on that for a little while.
That would have been rough. I appreciate that you didn't.
I was a little upset when you pulled that on me. But that was a different Jimmy.
That was a different, still the same Jimmy. But yeah, I know what you mean. I'm trying to be better. I am more aware. I am woke, as the kids like to say. Looks at Titus, looks back at you guys. Actually looks at Atratus.
Yeah.
But no, it's cool. Where's Songbird?
He
was
date?
busy last night. Yeah.
Busy last night. Date?
Yeah, more like a medical appointment.
I mean, we're major. Okay, clearly there's some innuendo, some stuff. It's cool. I can wait. I can find out. I thought
He's
we were
fine.
cabal.
He'll be back later. Yeah.
He wanted to get some information, and he made a very dangerous trade to get it. That's all.
He's fine, though.
He's fine.
Okay.
He may take some time to recover emotionally, spiritually.
Physically, sure.
Yeah.
Physically, he's fine.
Yeah, he'd have been fine within a half an hour, probably.
Every hour he was getting almost his whole health back. Yep.
Yeah. Let's
see here. Trying to find Arcana 1 dot and 2. Okay, so what Arcana does Jimmy have? Yeah, he definitely has 2 in mind. 1 in space. Okay. But yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, yeah. I talked with Titus. He kind of clued me in that you guys seem to come around here in the mornings, so I figured I would show up and well, it feels weird with Songbird not being here, so I'm gonna wait because I want this to be a thing. But I'm ready to sign on. Okay. Sign up with you guys. Do what you need. There's some other cabals that were trying to get me, but I was like, dude, I already
trying to snipe you.
Yeah, I don't like. They made some interesting offers. There's some folks who are doing some stuff like in the city with people, which is kind of my thing. But I know you guys, and if you keep going off on these wacky, wild adventures, you can't just leave Titus here alone. Unsupervised. Fuck you.
I mean, we can take him.
But
yeah. No, you couldn't have. You wouldn't have made it to El Dorado,
right? And so, but I figure, especially here as I'm kind of getting the going through my paces, learning stuff. He's a great mentor. He's a great teacher. I can stay here. I can check in. I can. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be able to guard the territory, but I can at least keep an eye on stuff. And, if it comes down to it, I think you guys might have to help me with it. I might be able to, shroud everything here. So, people can't find it if they come looking for us. Literally hide the whole... I was talking with Hiza, and I've tried it once before, and it's really disturbing, but incognito presence, right? And
it's
just
really useful.
I think I could shroud the whole building and just be like, yep, nobody's here, go away. It's fallback plan, but if Titus and I are being chased by angry werewolves, because neither of us would ever piss off werewolves, But
have you checked in with them, by the way?
no. And Titus goes, like, yes.
You know what we should do? We should take Titus and Jimmy to meet our allies at Rescue.
Yeah,
and you see the theater tragedy and comedy mass of Jimmy going, I don't know about this, and Titus is like, I'm totally on board with this.
Yeah, I feel like we should at least show them Jimmy. Sounds weird.
No,
but like
introduce him to Jimmy and he's a different person.
Explain what was up. Yeah.
And I mean, I owed you guys apologies. I definitely owe them apologies. And if I show up with you guys, maybe I don't get mauled.
Yes, exactly. You definitely don't show your face around there without us initially. So yeah, if you want to go do that.
I mean, if you guys aren't busy with anything.
I don't really have plans for the day.
No.
You wanted to go to the Athenaeum at some point, but...
Yeah. But this is a good and worthy effort for the morning.
Cool.
I definitely think that, especially if you're going to be around here, we need to make this...
let's mend those bridges that I didn't burn them, but I kind of charred them. Oh, hang on. That was Titus. I gotta keep these characters straight in my head. But yeah, I kind of, crossed some lines that I shouldn't have, pushed some boundaries, which I found out is apparently a Mastigos thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, introducing, chatting with them, and I'd like to, well, you'll get it. I need to make connections, because if
That's
I'm here, it's what I do, and like I said, I don't plan on running on some crazy adventures, but being here and being a central communication hub and being able to reach out to you guys if something happens, I want to be good with that. I know there's other folks that you guys know, and yeah, whoever you want to introduce me to and feel is safe. I don't know how sneaky the Cabal is being about our numbers, because right now 4.5 mages seems like kind of a small thing, but werewolf packs are huge, and so
I think it's probably not that unusual, just because there aren't that many mages here,
right?
In
and
the
you
city,
guys,
so
and you as your characters know that most cabals, a big cabal is going to have 10 people, so even 4.5 is not a small cabal. That's probably an average size cabal, because once mages are strong personalities, and the more of them that you have piled into a room, that's why that's one of the reasons why in Philadelphia the founding fathers is so intimidating, because they have
there's so many.
There's 20 of them, and they're rooted on this thing, and fortunately they're rooted on democracy, and that's one of the things that helps keep them level. Because you try to let's apply a democracy to 3 mages. One of us is going to get screwed all the time. So cool. So you guys gather up, put on some jackets, and start walking towards the fire station, and that is where we will take our break.
Take Titus.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Was there something you were going to say, Wyrd?
Just while we're walking, I wanted to say, Jimmy, you keep on saying this. What happened before? You were a different person then.
I was and I wasn't, and it's a fun argument to have, but I get where you're coming from, and I respect your position. But until I have... you're still calling me Jimmy, as an example. Until I can cross the Rubicon and make that divide, I feel like I'm going to spend some time atoning, and that way, even when Jimmy goes back into society, he's going to be a better Jimmy, even if it's still Jimmy, and that way I can kind of separate the two in my head. So, but cool, and that's where. We will take our break. I'm going to go get some coffee. So, of course, guys, come join us on Discord. It is a great way to chat with us. It is absolutely, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're like, oh man, they're 1 billion episodes ahead of us. It's cool. We have a spoiler channel and it is immediately muted. You are safe. It is okay. Come join us. And we love to talk about past episodes. There's a whole little channel for that, which might be kind of spoilery. Just, we keep it kind of controlled. I keep an eye on it.
There's like a range of what's...
So we're keeping an eye on it. You are safe, and you can come and chat, and you can talk about just mage stuff. It's cool. And there's a whole chat for talking about burbs and food and music, and yeah, it's all. I mean, it's just a cool place to hang out, guys.
Pretty chill community, and like no gatekeepers and crap like that. Like it's all,
yeah. No, trust me, gatekeepers. I will chase them off with a pitchfork and a torch.
Yeah.
And if you want to support us monetarily, that's patreon.com/occultist or staylucky.club. You can come join us there and follow and see some of the extra stuff that we do. Not a ton currently, but as we progress, maybe more. What's that? Oh, right. Hunter 2 coming on Kickstarter super soon. So excited because those assholes are coming back. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It might not be those assholes. It just might be other hunters.
Are there good hunters out there, or are they all just basically assholes?
I mean, the Union is actually one of the gooder group because they're reactionary. You just found the asshole group of them, but there's other ones like, I cannot remember her name, Elizabeth, who are like, they keep an eye on their neighborhood, and when the vampire moves in, they're the ones at the door going, "Hi, how are you? Please fuck off, or I will end you." The Union tends to be fairly reactionary. There's the others who are like, I'm actively going to hunt down.
Let's go hunting.
Yeah, and those are a little terrifying. There's some good ones. There's some bad ones. Similar to, are there good or bad mages? Yes. So
sure.
Okay. But yeah. So Twitch folks, we will see you in a couple of minutes. YouTube guys, we will see you on Friday.
Stay lucky.